the joint focus? Can you see me? Can you see me? Alright. Well, what's up, guys? I'm back with another video for y'all. And before I get started, hair deets. This will be for my up and coming hairline. I am trying out different textures, different hairstyles. This is a closure, curly hair. I have to finish up on that. T-shirt deets. This is from Mentoring in Medicine, Physician Assistant equals Savage, from their Savage T line. Make sure you go cop that. I probably will have a discount code soon for that. It'll probably be indiebound.com. So be on the lookout for that. And today I'm going to be touching on my journey to and through PA school, because I get this question a lot too. So let me start off. I graduated high school 2011. I went to North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride all day. I stayed there my freshman year. And then I transferred to university at Buffalo because I was homesick. Y'all, I was boyfriend sick, and I don't even talk to that dude. Like, that was dumb. But anyways, I went to UB here in Buffalo. I was a biomedical science major. Then I changed to, I don't know if this order is right, but I know I started off with biomedical sciences. I think I did biochemistry. I can't remember. Then I switched to arts and theater and arts with a major in, dang, I can't even remember, and a minor in dance. My major was in art. Yes, it was in art. Like, you know, I can draw, I can paint. And then my minor was in dance. And then I switched to digital media. And then I switched to psychology, and I got my undergraduate degree in psychology. No minor, but with a focus in pre-med. So I took my prereqs at UB. Most of them I took, like, you know, chemistry, microbiology, physiology, anatomy. What other prereqs? Psych stats, medical terminology. I can't even remember all of them, but the ones that I ended up taking at Duville, where I got my PA degree from, those were the ones that you had to take there, which were gross anatomy, pathophysiology, biochemistry, and then I think I took my bioethics at Duville as well. So let me backtrack a little bit. So I graduated UB in 2015. I found out what a PA was, and, like, you know, like my sophomore year of college, I want to say. Yeah, it had to be sophomore year. So it's 2012. Had to be around 2012. Yeah. So, you know, I had the grades for the PA program here. I only really looked at Duville because at the time I was unaware that Daemen College, which is the other PA school here, I didn't know that they took transfer students. I was under the impression that they didn't take transfer students, so I only applied to Duville because I could live at home. It'd make it so much easier on me financially. So that's where I applied to. And at the time, Duville, oh my god, I got like a piece of fur for one of my pillows in my mouth. At the time, Duville wasn't on CASPA, so the application was free. So I was granted an interview. I was nervous as shit. Y'all like to excuse my language, but I was so nervous. I felt like Eminem and 8 Mile. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like, you know, when he was like, palms just sweaty, spaghetti on my shirt, sweater already. Well, no, whatever the line was, don't be dogging me because I ain't seen 8 Mile in a minute. But that's how I felt right before Eminem went on for his freestyle. I interviewed with the lady. She was so much older than me. She had to be like 28. She was a medic in the army or something like that. And she interviewed so well, and I'm just sitting there shaking in my boots. I could throw up on the table. I was so nervous I could have fainted right there. Then and there, on the ground, call an ambulance. I could have had a heart attack. That's how nervous I was. I can't even remember what I was saying. But nonetheless, about a week later, I ended up getting a rejection letter. I cried my eyes out. Alright, so back to what I was saying before my camera cut off. And Gucci, get out of my face. You keep trying to, like, cut vlog, video vlog. So, yeah, I was crushed when I got that rejection letter. I'm like, yo, what? I done put in all this work. I had the grades. I had the recommendation letters. Like, what did I do wrong? So, excuse me. My dog is being so aggy right now. So, I got a call from one of the faculty. He was the only black faculty member on the board at the time. And he called me and told me what happened. So basically they asked me how it was growing up with a sister who has sickle cell. And for those of you who don't know, my little sister Jo does have sickle cell anemia, and my other little sister Star does have juvenile diabetes, type 1 diabetes. So they asked me how it was growing up, you know, having chronically ill siblings, and I said it sucked. Now, like, looking back, I could have used a better choice of words, but I was speaking from the heart and I was honest, and that's what they used against me to deny me, because I had the grades, I had the recommendation letters, I met all the requirements, I exceeded the requirements, but that's what they used. So I was crushed, and I was like, damn, like, yo, like, why didn't they pick me? So I was, you know, down for a couple of days, and I was like, you know what? If this is what I want to do, I'm going to make it happen. Like, my middle name is Ashe. It means the power to make things happen. So I made it happen, baby. So that year, it had to be 2014. 2014? It had to be, because that's the year that I studied abroad in Italy. I did health studies in Italy, which I loved. I cannot wait to go back to Italy or to Europe in general. It was amazing. I got more shadowing experience. I ended up shadowing a MD, a PA, and an RN, so I could put that in my statement, and I could use that to strengthen why I wanted to be a PA. And I think I talk about that in the I got rejected from PA school, what now video, so you guys can watch that. I'll put the link in this description. So, you know, next year comes around, I reapply. I interview, I walk in confident. I'm like, yo, I got this time. And when I walked in, they remembered me. They knew exactly who I was. Not only because I was one of the only black people, but, you know, I have a killer personality. Who can forget me, baby? But I went in, I killed the interview. I knew why I was there. I knew what I had my eyes set on, and I did it, and I got accepted. Now, I got accepted in the graduating class of 2019, and then I'm like, well, whoa, baby, it's 2014. I graduated 2015, and y'all want me to wait? So I would have ended up having to take a gap year. So I was on them like white on rice to get what's the word that I'm looking for? It's at the tip of my tongue. To get oh my gosh, the opposite of remediated. What's when you get sped up? I can't think of it right now. But yes, I was like on them like white on rice, and I was number 1 on the list at the time, and then I found out the person who was number 4 on the list got moved up to the class of 2018, and then I'm like, whoa, hold up, pump your brakes. Why am I not in 2018? And he was number 4 and I was number 1. So I made a big fuss, and I got put into the class of 2018. Now, let me tell y'all about PA school and the difficulties of it. Gucci, get down. My dog's so bad, y'all. PA school was difficult for me in so many different ways. It wasn't just the material, but I had financial aid issues. I had a lack of personal finances. What else was going on? It was mentally draining, emotionally draining, spiritually draining, physically draining. I like to work out. I'm like, dang, I can't even work out. I used to work out on our lunch break to get my little 45 minutes in, and then hurry up and eat before class started at 1, stuff in my face. Like, it was crazy. I was really isolated during PA school, like didactic year. I really didn't talk to too many of my classmates because I felt like the oddball, because I was the only black student. Now, we had another girl. She was, I believe, Sudanese, but me and her really didn't connect. But I was like the only black American student. I felt like a fly on the wall. I felt like a fly in milk. I felt like none of my classmates would understand me, or like we wouldn't really have common ground. And I shouldn't have been thinking like that, because now I do have some really great friends from my class that I wish that I would have made friendships with in didactic year. But I mean, it is what it is. But so I was really by myself. I had my friend Charlene. She graduated 2 years ahead of me. She was class of 2016. But that's who I would talk to, who I would vent to. That's who understood where I was coming from. It was so many times in PA school where I was like, yo, I can't do this. Like, I was like praying. I'm like, yo, this is not for me. Like, why did I choose this career path? I know, you know, I'm smart. You know, I'm smart as a whistle, baby. But it was just so much at once. And like, I would cry. I cried to my grandma. I almost literally walked into my director's office and dropped out. I don't know what stopped me that day, but something stopped me. And I mean, I'm here, you know. I graduated and I took my pants. But my journey to and through PA school was not an easy one at all. I will not sit here and lie to y'all and act like it was all peaches and cream and every day was Candyland and this, that, and the third. It was like a living hell. Like, I don't want anybody to ever think that, you know, PAs are like med school rejects, or like we're like, oh, we weren't good enough to be MDs or dental or dentists or anything like that, because that's not the case. I chose PA because that's the career I wanted. If I wanted to go be an MD, that's what I would have done. But that's not what I wanted, and you know, here we are. But I don't want y'all to think like PA school is impossible. It's hard. It was hard for me. Like, every day was a struggle, literally. Like, even to this day, it's still a struggle. Because I just took my pants. I got to get my state license. I got to, you know, start working. It's still that transition of student to practitioner, which is really awkward. And I think I'm going to talk about that, you know, after I secure my bag. And, you know, I can tell you guys more about it. But it wasn't hard. And I do, I wouldn't take nothing for the journey. That's what my cousin Doreen used to say. Rest in peace to him. I learned a lot about myself going through PA school. And I learned a lot about the people who I thought would be supportive. And the people who actually were. And you got to understand too, unless the people around you have experienced it, they don't really understand what you're going through. Like, I suffered severe depression during PA school, anxiety. I went through a lot. I had sexual assault. I had, like, all types of stuff happen to me. And, like, it was like everything formed against me, like, shall prosper. That's how I felt at that moment. Everything that formed against me was prospering, baby. But you know what? I had to be like, India, you came this far. You ain't come this far for nothing. I do have, somebody did ask me how long did it take me to complete PA school. It was a total of 3 years because I had to finish some of the required prereqs at Duville because I didn't accept them from any other school, including UB, which is one of the top public universities in the country. Shout out to UB. Shout out to A&T, Aggie Pride all day. Somebody asked, was it worth it? All those tears, all those nights where I felt like I couldn't do it, those days where I wanted to give up, and I stuck through it, it was definitely worth it. And another question was, what would I change? One of the things that I would change if I could go all the way back, I would apply to more programs. I only applied to Duville. I would be more open-minded to getting to know my classmates, even though I was like the only black person. But you know, you gotta adapt to your surroundings. You know what I mean? I could have formed some more great relationships or friendships with people. I would have saved money before I started PA school. That's a big thing that I would have done. Definitely saved some money. Saved a lot of money before I started. But those are some of the things that I can think of off the top of my head that I would have changed. But thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for being patient with me. I was studying for my board, so I had to go, you know, go ghost on YouTube for a second, because this stuff is, you know, some hard work. But yes, continue to watch. Make sure you turn on your notifications for when I post videos, because I'm going to be posting them like clockwork, baby, now. Ain't that right, Gucci? But yes, peace out. Gucci, move. You want to be all up in my video. Dang.